Hello everybody, Naima Singletary here, BillionDollarCourage.com. Today is Friday, May 13th, and I want to welcome you to my video. Today's topic is fuck it, aka it is what it is, aka let it go, aka time to keep it moving. I mean, everybody has their slogan. So the official title that I created and put on BillionDollarCourage.com is fuck it, but it can be translated into all those things, words that you may use or have heard of. Let it go, time to move on, L-I-G it. That's one of the ones that you hear a lot among women. You got to L-I-G it, let it go, L-I-G it. And that's very cool. So the reason why I chose that as a topic is because oftentimes what gets in the way of a person using their courage to take their life to the next level is spam. It's trash. It's those things going through your head which equate to excuses for not taking the next step in your life in the positive direction. And so it's very easy to look at what has already happened and use that as an explanation for why you aren't taking your life to the next level. For example, oh, I'm divorced. I couldn't be in love again. Oh, I've been fired 14 times. There's no way I can be a competent employee. My children don't behave. They don't cooperate. Therefore, I'm a bad mother. Therefore, I can never be a businesswoman. I've been told by my parents that I was no good, so therefore I can't be any good or contribute in life. I was told in the 5th grade that I was a poor student and would amount to be nobody, therefore there must be some truth to that. These are just a few examples, and I'm sure you have your own. Maybe you were molested as a child. Maybe you suffer from domestic violence as a teen or as an adult. And so whatever the messages are in your head, they are your clutter, they are your spam, they are your trash, they're diseases that you have to let go if you want to move forward. And it is easier said than done. It's easy to say let it go, but actually doing that is another situation. But it's the beginning, the recognition and the consciousness that you are using these excuses to not move yourself forward in your life. And so the intention of this message is to get you to understand that these things are in your way, and perhaps something I say will inspire you to actually take the action to begin to let it go. Because in my opinion, letting it go is, okay, I'm letting this go. For others, it may take a little bit more time, and actually it wasn't always that easy for me. Some of the things that have helped me have been prayer, where you literally just ask to please take this away from me. But sometimes you need to deal with it for a little while so you can learn something from it, because sometimes if you ask for it to just be taken away and it's not like, oh, ask for it to go away and then it goes away. It's something that you sort of harbor in the back of your mind underneath it all, and it comes out when you least expect it or when you get into a very heated situation. And so you have to, well, there's different things that you can do. Things that I have done, I've written letters. Perhaps there was a person that I had an encounter with and I had a difficult time letting that situation go. I would write a letter to that person, but I wouldn't actually give it to him. I would just write it, and then I would tear the letter up and then throw it away. I have engaged in prayer, and sometimes I've had debates with people about, oh, it doesn't just go away. The reality of it is sometimes you just need to have a discussion about it, and that will help you to release it, whether you get other people's perspective or not. Other things you can do is maybe you can have an exchange with the person who was involved in the situation if you feel like you can do that. Because sometimes other people, the person who you had the exchange with, they're harboring stuff too. And if you guys can have a calm discussion about it where each person is listening and it's agreed that you'll be listening, that'll help you to get over it. Giving a gift helps. I had an exchange with a person and it was ugly, and I just bought a gift for that person, and that helped me to let it go. And sometimes you can't engage with the other person to let it go. You just have to say, it is what it is. And recognizing a consciousness that it really is what it is, and recognizing that life does go on and that time takes care of things. And sometimes for me, it's gotten to the point now where I can just have an actual real understanding and consciousness about it, that life goes on, that time takes care of most things, maybe not all things, but most things life takes care of. And those things that they may not take care of, they're so big, I guess you could say. I don't know if that's the right explanation for it, but like death. That's like a big thing, that a person is dead and it is what it is and they die, but sometimes you really will always feel that void until you die. So I mean, that's an extreme example, but most things you can just LIG it. And you really have to let it go, because then what happens is you are moving forward harboring this trash, right? This resentment, this anger, and this frustration, and the other person is living their life. They're not even thinking about you. They're not even concerned with you. And in the same instance, they have a level of control over you. So that's immature, it's childish, and it's frustrating. And it's not going to help you as time progresses. It's not going to help you at all. As a matter of fact, it's going to hinder you from taking your life to the next level. And whatever that next level is for you. And so, fuck it. Let it go. It is what it is. It really is a way to say it's time to move on. It's time to move on. For example, here's a good metaphor for it. Say you're moving houses, right? And you have all this stuff that you've harbored over the years, and you're going through paperwork and CDs and files and all these different things from 2, 3, 4, 10, 20 years ago, and you're like, wow, I was going through this then. Wow, I experienced this then. Wow, I wrote this letter and I said this 3 years ago. And you're like, that's not me. It's because time goes on and things change. That is a guarantee. That's one of the only things that's a guarantee in life, is that life will move on. It will change. People will change. People will move. People will change their mind. They will change their emotions. They will change their goals. They will change their perspective, what they want to do. Therefore, to hold on to something that happened a month ago, 6 months ago, a year ago, 3 years ago, is immature, it's void, it's invalid, and it's not consistent with what your life will be 2 years from now. At least you don't want it to be. You don't want to meet somebody today and then 3 years later they're the exact same person. That's just sort of boring, and really they're taking up space on the planet. That's the way I look at it. If you're not moving forward, if you're not making changes in your life for the better, in other people's lives for the better, you're taking up space on this planet. And really, that's more of a problem for you. It's a problem for all of us, because we have to live on this planet and everybody affects everybody. But it's also a problem for you, because when you're not productive in life, you're not happy with yourself. And if you're not happy with yourself, you shit on other people. Okay? And you also become a leech, sucking stuff out of other people because you're void. So it's really important that you let it go, keep it moving, and bring some consciousness to what you're holding on to. And you will become aware of you holding on to stuff by emotions that come up when you get into exchanges with people. When you see a person that maybe you've had a negative exchange with, when you see someone who's maybe done you some harm, who has hurt you in some kind of a way, what emotion comes up for you? Deal with it. Say, I'm aware that I'm angry with this person and I'm letting it go. This person doesn't have any more power over me. I'm letting it go. This situation has no more power over me. I'm letting it go. Just let it go. And it's so easy to say, it's easier said than done, but it's easy to say it and it's easy to do it. Once you decide that you're doing it, you do it. You let it go. Shit changes, life changes, people changes. Keep it moving, because life is short. I say that all the time, it's short. You wake up and it's Christmas again. and you're like, I can't believe it. Like, it's May 13th. Do you realize that? It's May 13th, and 2 more months. We'll be halfway through this year. So let it go. Keep it moving. That's the message for today. Keep it moving. Let it go. It's time to move on. It's time to take it to the next level. It's time to take it to the next step. Figure it out. Let it go. Breathe. Apologize. Let it go. If you feel like you, and I think that's tomorrow's topic, or maybe it was yesterday's topic because my calendar is off. But if you have to apologize to somebody because you know you were in the wrong, and that's part of you harboring your ego saying, I'm not apologizing because, they did this, they did that, and an apology will help you to let it go and to move forward, apologize. If you really feel like you did some wrong or that it will help let it go, do it. So that's the message for today, folks. Naima Singletary, BillionDollarCourage.com. See you next time. Thanks.